Ladies and gentlemen, at Respite for All, we celebrate small beginnings because we've seen how small acts of faithfulness grow into life-changing impact for families living with dementia. What began as one local respite ministry has become a national movement, now serving communities in 18 states and approaching nearly 100 locations by the end of 2026. But movements like this don't happen on their own. Behind every new community launched, every volunteer recruited, every caregiver who finally gets a breath of rest, there are people who quietly choose to believe in others first and make things happen. Today, we honor two of those people, John and Joyce Caddell. They lived out a simple but powerful conviction. When you invest in people, entire communities change. The John and Joyce Caddell Foundation has helped mission-driven ideas grow into real impact. And today, their daughter, Kathy, and their board of directors continue that legacy of belief. They don't just fund programs. They nurture leaders. They see potential. They stand beside emerging changemakers and say, "We believe in you." Respite for All has been a grateful recipient of that belief since our earliest days. Their support has helped open doors for families across the country living with dementia. So it's our honor to carry their legacy forward. We are proud to present the John and Joyce Caddell Emerging Leader Award, given to visionary young adults who step forward with courage and compassion to serve care partners, fight dementia, and spread the Respite for All model. Tonight, we celebrate our very first recipient, Rob Ashworth. Rob began volunteering with our local respite ministry through the Montgomery Academy. Inspired by his grandmother, who is living with dementia, he wanted to do more. So he created a fundraiser called Kicking for a Cause. As kicker for the MA Eagles, he set a goal of raising $10,000 to support Respite for All. And then, you know what he did? He doubled it. He raised $20,000 for families living with dementia. Rob, thank you for reminding us that one person, no matter the age, can change the lives of their community and beyond. Congratulations on being our first John and Joyce Caddell Emerging Leader recipient.
About 7 or 8 years ago, my grandmother was diagnosed with dementia, and from there we've kind of been on the steady slope as she has sort of deteriorated in her condition. Kind of started, as she was the woman who would take me to go get Sonic with my brother, or she'd pick us up and go take us to watch a movie. And then gradually she kind of started asking the same question ever again, when summer over, when it was the middle of December, and so that was kind of like the first sign to me. And then now in her current state, she doesn't recognize me that much. So. My grandmother has been to respite several times throughout the course of her diagnosis, and my parents had always talked about how much of a blessing it was, my grandfather, how much they really loved it, how much they enjoyed going, and how much she enjoyed going. I've heard from them, at least, that she really opened up when she got into respite in Montgomery, and that it had been such a big thing in her, her continue along the diagnosis. And so I heard originally from them. This past spring, when I was a junior, I got the opportunity to volunteer at the Respite in Montgomery. And while I was there, I got to engage in all the different activities, the games, the fun little talking, conversations, artwork, all that sort of stuff. And through that, I kind of got to see people like my grandmother and people like me, family members of the friends, and how they were able to take a load off and kind of enjoy time in company and enjoy having fun. And the friends really were able to open up, and I saw so many people that came in maybe down or not speaking, and then when they got next to one of their friends, they just brightened up immediately and they were having the best time. And so for me, I saw that, and I really knew that I wanted to get involved. But with constant school and work and then practice in the summer, I wasn't really sure how I would volunteer. And so I kind of just thought that I'd have to find another way, and Kicking for a Cause was that way. When I started Kicking for a Cause, I really wasn't sure at the logistics. I was kind of worried about how things would all piece together with school and with the Alabama High School Athletic Association and all the rules and that sort of thing. So I took it to my head football coach, Ethan McBride, and he was super excited. I kind of was a little bit nervous. I was kind of not sure if it was something that could be feasible, but he was like, man, let's meet with our athletic director tomorrow, and then let's meet with the board on Wednesday, and let's just keep it going. And so he was a really big part of that. And then through the administration of MA, we were able to kind of consolidate, all the donations and how it would work with football games and that sort of thing. And I'm very thankful that that got approved. But from there, it was really on me to sort of spread the word. So I gave speeches to football teams. I emailed my parents' friends. My parents posted on social media. I posted on social media, just talking to anybody that I could about it to try and get the word out. When I visited the Respite in Montgomery, I really recognized how special it was and how amazing it was for people like my family and my grandmother. And I wanted to make sure that that was something that people could have access to. And I'm very thankful for the Respite for All program and how they're trying to take it to every state across the country. I really hope that people like me across the country, young people, can recognize how, maybe sometimes we feel like we don't have that much impact or that much platform to make an impact. But I really want people to realize how, one little thing can make such a big impact for something like dementia and Alzheimer's, and how blessed we are to have the opportunities that we do have to make that impact.